The IF function is one of the most versatile and widely used functions in Excel. It allows users to perform logical tests on their data and return different values depending on whether the condition being tested is true or false. This makes it an essential tool for data analysis, conditional formatting, decision-making processes, and more. Syntax. The basic syntax of the IF function is as follows. Excel if, logical test, value if true, value if false. Logical test. This is the condition that you want to evaluate. It can involve any logical comparison, such as checking if a value is greater than a certain number, if two values are equal, or if a cell contains specific text. The logical test must return either true or false. Value if true. This is the result that will be returned if the logical test is true. It can be a number, text, another formula, or even a reference to another cell. Value if false. This is the result that will be returned if the logical test is false. Like the value if true, this can be a number, text, another formula, or a cell reference. Examples. Basic example, Excel copiera code, if A110 high power, low. In this example, if the value in cell A1 is greater than 10, the function returns high. If not, it returns low. Nested if statements. You can nest multiple if functions to handle more complex scenarios. For example, Excel copiera code Dutch FA1 80, A, FA1 60, B, FA1 40, C, D. This formula grades a score based on the value in A1. It returns A if the score is greater than 80, B if greater than 60, C if greater than 40, and D if none of the previous conditions are met. Considerations logical operators. The IF function often uses logical operators, such as akcham, ak, and not equal to create a logical test. Text values. When comparing text, the case is generally ignored. However, text strings should always be enclosed in double quotes. Error. Handling. If the arguments are not correctly specified or if the logical test does not return a true or false value, the if function may return an error, such as the value. Applications. The if function is invaluable in various scenarios. Data validation. Automatically classify or flag data based on specific criteria. Conditional calculations. Perform calculations only when certain conditions are met. Custom reports. Generate dynamic reports where data or labels change based on specific conditions. Decision trees. Model complex decision-making processes by chaining multiple IF functions. Limitations. Nested if complexity. While it's possible to nest up to 64 if statements in a single formula, it can become difficult to manage and read. For more complex conditions, other functions like IFS, switch, or combining with AND/OR functions might be more appropriate. Performance. Extensive use of nested IFS can slow down performance, especially with large datasets. Conclusion. The IF function is a foundational tool in Excel, providing flexibility and control over data analysis and manipulation. Its simplicity in setting up basic conditions, along with the ability to handle complex logic through nesting, makes it a go-to function for both beginners and advanced users. Whether for simple comparisons or complex conditional logic, mastering the IF function can significantly enhance your efficiency and effectiveness in Excel.